So I didn't know whether or not to do this one, to be honest, but then I thought, do you know what? It's part of getting healthy and all that jazz, very loosely. I'm gonna just put you a little bit further back because you're a little bit close to my face, it's a bit weird. So I've touched on it, I think, in one of my other videos, maybe. Not sure, because I don't know when that one's going out. But yeah, basically, I had great skin. Well, I wouldn't say great, but normal, okay skin. All through my teens, it was fine. I had the odd spot here and there, that kind of thing. And then I got to about 22, 23, and bam. Out of nowhere, adult acne struck. Is that the word? Yeah, struck. And it was vile. Every day, massive spots would appear, like really big under the skin. I could feel them. It was just horrible, really. And it's kind of like, I'm not a very self-conscious person, which is, I suppose, a good thing in some respects. Nothing really bothers me. I mean, obviously I'm overweight and I'm going through that journey at the moment. And the reason I've never lost that much weight is because I'm quite self-confident. I'm not really easily affected emotionally by anything like that. And I've not really ever been affected emotionally by my skin. It's just that it got to a point where it was like, I was having to kind of, you know, when you go somewhere and you're like, I don't know, you see someone new or you've not seen someone in a while and you kind of feel like you have to mention it because it's so bad, because they'll be like, ugh, what is that on her face? So it was just getting silly, to be honest. I've been to the doctors back and forth, I think since my very late teens, when it started to get a little bit rocky. That's actually a good word for it. And then it just got really bad, like in my early 20s, sort of up towards the mid 20s. And I thought, do you know what? The doctors aren't paying much attention. I've had the creams, they don't work. They've given me some weird antibiotics, I don't know why, for my skin, but anyway. And it just wasn't working. And I thought, I have to do something about it because it's ridiculous. I look like a spotty teenager and I'm not a spotty teenager. I never got them on my head, really. So that's why I think they were a hormonal thing, because they were kind of, and maybe weight related, I'm not sure. They were kind of around this area here that I would get them, really here. But then I started getting them like here, in the middle here and everything. And on my nose, at the side, I'd get all them on the side here. It was just not cool. And I do get them here. I mean, you can see here. I get them here as well, and like on the top of my back a little bit. So anyway, I thought enough was enough. I went to the doctors with the sole aim that they were doing something about it this time, because they do fob you off, let's be honest. It's all about cost cutting and saving, and you understand it, they've got other things that are priority. But I was just like, you know what, I'm willing to pay for it. I'm willing to pay to get it sorted, just so that I don't have to shove a shitload of makeup on every day. I'd had enough of doing that, really, and I've never been able to not wear makeup because I've had either an uneven skin tone or I've had the spotty skin. And I was waking up every morning just literally slathering on like liquid foundation, thinking, even when, it feels restrictive and everything, and I just hated it. So I went with the sole aim that they were going to do something this time. I was quite forceful, which I can be. If you know me, I can be quite forceful. And I just said, do you know what? I've had enough. I'm getting married, in a year's time. So I did this probably last July or August. So yeah, around this time last year. I said, do you know what? I can't get married like this. Like, imagine a makeup artist trying to do my makeup and I've got spots everywhere on my photos. I just thought, that's not happening. Thankfully, the lovely Scottish doctor who I saw was really nice, really helpful. He said, you know what, I don't know why no one has done anything sooner. Cliche, that's kind of what they all say, and she was like, you need to see a dermatologist. And I was like, thank the Lord, someone is listening to me. So she sent me to the dermatologist. And I have to say, the NHS is a bit of a nightmare, and that's another story for another day. I mean, I've been in the hospital near us, and getting in the pharmacy to try to get a prescription, you have to wait an hour. And it's like, I work. I'm not here for fun. Like, I need to just be in and out. There's none of that. That is a joke. But The dermatologist lady who originally saw me, lovely doctor, and then since kind of the dermatologist, I don't know if they're nurses or I'm not sure, health professionals, not really sure. She is absolutely amazing and is the best doctor, nurse, whatever she is, that I've ever seen. She's so friendly, she's really nice, she understands, and she just listens to what I've got to say, basically. And I was prescribed with the very controversial drug that I'm sure a lot of you will know about. Official name is Accutane, and a lot of people will know what Accutane is, and I'll show you the tablets. The ones I take are the isotretinoin, I'm not sure how you say it, which are these ones. Now I've not taken these today, so I'm going to show you what they're like. Now, because of my weight, I'm actually taking 3 of these a day, and I'll show you. It's like quite a big orange pill, kind of like an oval, oh god, I've nearly lost it, oval pill, and I take 3 of these. And you know what, since being on it for nearly a year, my skin has cleared up nearly 100%, and it is amazing what it's done, to be honest. Now I do have some makeup, and you can see if I come a bit closer, I still do have kind of an uneven, sorry, it's all dry like I said, uneven skin tone. It's kind of still here under the skin, but they're not spotty. It's just kind of like, it must be scarring, that's what she said it was anyway. So when I'm nearly at the end of the course, if you like, now, and I can't take any more. So they're going to look at alternative treatment, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'll tell you what that is when I know. Which is interesting. I'm interested to find out what that might be, because I do want to be able to not wear makeup at all and go out shopping if I don't have to, and people not look at my skin, or at least I think they do, and think, ugh. It's a lot better. I have done it, to be honest, recently, but there are still marks there, so if I can get it sorted, I want to get it sorted, so we're doing that. So yeah, that's where I'm at the moment, and I'm still taking those. Now, for people that are a bit umming and ahhing about whether or not to go to a dermatologist, or whether or not you actually want those tablets, they are very strong, I'll warn you. Obviously I am heavier, so I think the side effects have been less on me than they might be of someone of a smaller size. I've spoken to other people that have taken the pills, and they said that it was a nightmare, they had awful side effects, and it differs for different people. One side effect, which I absolutely love and is amazing, is that it's actually dried out all of my hair right near the root. So not down here, it's still fairly healthy. It's not that, it's just, I don't have to wash my hair as often. And it's unbelievable. But anyway, other than that, there are other side effects. They actually say to you to tell your friends and family that you'll be moody. And Adam has commented on several occasions, and he's been like, "You're on those tablets again, aren't you?" And I'm like, no. And I am. So there are side effects to it. I haven't experienced anything like any sort of other mental illness or issues. They do say that you can suffer depression and things like that, but I think that's kind of only for someone who's prone to it anyway. I'm a very upbeat, positive person. It's not in my nature, that, or it's not in my DNA. So that's not something that I've experienced, but people do experience that. So you do have to be careful when thinking about whether or not to take it. What you also should be aware of is that you do have to take birth control when you're on it. Because you can't get pregnant. You have to go back very regularly. I think it's 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. I think at the beginning I was seeing her every 4 weeks, which that also is tough when I work full time, so I've got to get out of work to actually go and see, and I've got to go to hospital where the dermatologist is and speak to her again, and I see my skin and all that kind of stuff. And that in itself is a nightmare. You've got to pay for parking, and it's just a bit of a mission. But for me, it has been worth it. But yeah, you have to go. They have to make sure you're not pregnant, because it can have detrimental effects to a fetus if you are pregnant, things like that. So there are things to consider depending on what stage of your life you're at. But if you're not sure and you're prepared to take the birth control anyway, and see them quite regularly, I would recommend it. It has been really good for me, and I would do it again if I had the chance. The only thing I'd say, one of the worst side effects, is the dry skin. Now at the moment it's actually okay, but I don't know whether you can see here, but my skin is actually peeling here. It's actually peeling off. And here on the side, here, my goodness. Last month, my top lip was ridiculous. I looked like a scaly animal. It was literally flaking off at work whilst I was in meetings. It's just like, oh my God. And also my eyelids and my actual eyes were really dry. I don't like to do that to show you what my eye was like. Eyes were really, really dry. So I had to buy eye drops. And basically they gave me loads of things, the dermatologist, to help with the dry skin, because my arms went crazy as well. I don't know whether they're all right now, but they were all really red and sore and itchy. So give me a few things. So give me this, which is a spray, emollient spray. Didn't do a single thing. It's quite nice, and it's quite nice for everyday use, but it's very watery. Oh, sorry, there's a light outside then. Very watery, and it just didn't really do anything. So I gave up on that. They then gave me this, which is like a little creams, like samples. Now I got these for free, which is really good. Would have been a bit miffed, to be honest, if I had to pay for something to correct the side effects of a drug that I was paying for. I don't know if that all made sense, but they gave me these for free, and they come in little tubes like this. And again, this kind of did nothing. It soothed it maybe a little bit on my arms, and I kind of dabbed it here and here, but not really. So on a completely separate note, recently I've been kind of reviewing stuff for a company, and they actually sent me this, which is the Garnier Moisture Bomb Super Recharging Antioxidant Gel Cream. They sent me this to review, and I gave it a go, and I thought, oh my God, it was so nice on my skin, like really, really soft and silky and smooth. And this has been probably one of the best things to help my skin when I've been on the Accutane, whatever it's called. My face was 10 times better. My eyelids that were really dry at night, I've just been putting this on, and I've even got a bit on my finger now. And it's really, really, really soothing on your skin. Really nice. I would recommend that. What I've been using to take my makeup off with, because I'm still putting makeup on, and even though my skin's dry, I get quite hot. I'm a very hot-blooded person. Anyone that knows me knows I'm constantly hot. I've constantly got a fan in my hand. I'm like this all the time. So a combination of being hot, a little bit sweaty on the top lip there, putting my makeup on. I do use powder makeup, mineral makeup, so it wasn't too bad, but it was actually stinging on my top lip where I was putting, and here where I put the makeup on. So at night I wanted something to take it off with that was really kind of, you know, hypoallergenic or for sensitive skin, and that's when I came across this. Excuse me, so this is really popular at the moment. Most of my friends actually, I know, use this, micellar water. This is just the Garnier one. There's loads of different options and different ones that you can buy. I've tried them all, to be honest. I've got another one, I think it might be Simple. Rubbish, nothing like this Garnier one. This is a little one. I got this actually when we went to Edinburgh, and I think it was £1 in Primark. But yeah, sensitive skin, cleanses and removes and soothes, no rinsing for face, eyes and lips. So what you kind of do is you kind of put it on, you put it on, I use cotton wool buds. God, I really can't speak. I don't know whether it's getting late or what. Cotton wool buds, and you kind of just pat them on your eye and hold them there like that, and then wipe away, and it kind of takes away all the makeup. It's really nice, and you don't have to rub your skin. And it's been really good. It's helped my skin a lot. And yeah, I really like it. And then the other thing that I've been using quite a bit, which it's not amazing, but I definitely would continue to use it because I feel like my skin's a lot better for it. And I don't use it every day. I probably use it twice a week as like a treatment, almost like a treat for the skin. Is I've been using facial oil. Now I've never seen this make before. And I actually picked this up in TK Maxx, and it's a balancing facial oil. It's coconut, and it's from Pearlescence. And it is exactly what it says it is. It's an oil, and you get a little thing here, and you can see that, and you just need literally 2 little squeezes. To be honest, I don't even do that. I just actually run my fingers and my hands along this bit here, and it comes off, and it's, yeah, really nice. It's soothing. Put it on before bed. It's not sticky. Yeah, I would recommend it. And that's kind of it, really. If you've got any questions about Accutane, or you want to know about the pills that I take, or anything like that, feel free to ask me in the comments box below. If you like this video, you want to see more about general crap like this, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, of course. I generally talk about Slimming World, weight loss. I've got a wedding coming up as well I'm going to be talking about. But I'm not bothered about talking about topics that maybe other people don't want to talk about. I'm quite an honest, open person. I'll be as honest as I possibly can be with anything that you want to know. And yeah, that's it really. So hopefully I'll see you on Wednesday, I think, depending on when this video goes out, to tell you how I've done at Slimming World. And yeah, have a lovely week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.